Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Brock with the Comic Pulse. I'm here to go over some investment spec picks. I'm going to be trying to bring you some of these on a regular basis. I'm going to go over about 5 books at a time. Recently, AMC bought the rights to Empire of the Dead. This is by George Romero. I think this book's got a lot of potential. Based on the fact that AMC's been releasing a lot of good shows right now. I mean, you see what they've done with The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, their newest show, Badlands. They obviously know how to make a good quality show, and I don't see why this one would be any different, especially, you know, considering George Romero's involved. And this actually had a pretty low print count. I believe somewhere around 20,000 or less for a Marvel book. That's considerably low. You can still pick these books up pretty cheap and near mint. If the show does really well, I would expect to see this book have quite an increase considering where it's at right now. And again, that's Empire of the Dead, the first print. There's also some rare variants that'll probably see a good growth as well. There's even a 1 in 75 variant. If you can hunt those down, don't be afraid to pick those up either. Next book on the list for today is Adventure Comics 269. Now, this is the first appearance of Aqualad. This is an older book, so you're going to have a lot less copies out there available. Because of that, you can go with lower grades. You know, a 3.0 on this book is not so bad considering its age and the fact that at that time not a lot of people, you know, preserved their books like they do today, where they have all these bags and boards and top loaders and things like that. So you're not going to find as many in a higher grade. DC traditionally in this era is also more rare than some of their Marvel counterparts. Teen Titans was basically DC's answer to X-Men. So they've already talked about some upcoming movies. They have cartoons already. This is one of the main ones. Would not be surprised to see some growth in this book. That is number 2 on the list for today. Number 3, I'm going to show you Astonishing Tales 12. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with Rocket Raccoon's first appearance, but he had one that was in a magazine at first, and then in an issue of Hulk was his first comic appearance. Now, this is the same sort of scenario, only with this book, it's the first comic appearance of Man-Thing. There's been rumors that Man-Thing might show up in TV series. It's very possible that we could see him in either movies or TV shows. He's a classic Marvel character. He has not had a lot of hype yet. This book is still super under the radar. If there's any kind of news announcements about him, you can expect this and all the other main Man-Thing key issues to take a jump in price. You can still find these in high grade for pretty reasonable. So you might want to jump on that before, you know, there's an announcement that takes place. Number 4, we have a similar situation. This is the first comic book appearance of Satana. She is sort of in the supernatural realm of characters. Right now, Marvel's entering the supernatural phase. They have Doctor Strange coming up. This book, along with a lot of others, which I'll also be discussing, have great chance to maybe get an announcement with movie or TV news. Do not be surprised if this character makes an appearance. This can be bought in high grade for very low. There's not much risk in buying this book at today's prices, but it's got a lot of upside potential if it gets an announcement. Might be a book to keep an eye out for. Next on the list, final, last but not least, we have a Gambit key issue. X-Men 266 has seen a jump in price with the movie news that Gambit will be getting his own solo series. There's also news that Gambit, Deadpool, and also Cable could be crossing over in multiple X-Men films. That gives both X-Men 266 a lot of potential, and I think this is an overlooked key issue a lot of people are still unaware of. This is his first solo series, but not only that, this is a rare gold foil variant. Now, 90s books are more common, so you'd want to probably get at least a 9.8, especially if you're not getting the gold foil variant. Now, if you can track down the gold foil variant, I think this will be the book to have, because of course it's much rarer than the regular black cover. And so this is definitely a buy right now. I think as people start to learn about this book, it'll get harder and harder to find, which will raise prices. Same thing with the character being in the spotlight more and more. If he gets his own, he has his own solo film, so once he starts doing crossovers and he's in front of everyone all the time, expect this and also his first appearance of X-Men 266 to go up in value. That's all for today. This was our first run. If there's other things that you would like me to go over in these videos, feel free to make a comment. I'm going to try to be very informative on the books, and I hope you learned something from this. I hope you grab some of these books and make some money off of them. I'd love to hear your success stories as well. Please check us out on all our social media. You know, we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and that's a wrap.